It is hot outside and it can get really hot in my kitchen if I'm cooking a big meal. So this week I want to share with you a no heating up my kitchen hot meal plan. Very easy, very simple. I'm kind of in a busy mode right now, so I've got a lot of things that I'm trying to work on. So I need meals that I can really just get it together, not heat up my house, and it's ready to serve in a few hours. So before we get started, and I share with you this beautiful invention, one that I've had for a while now. If you're new to our channel, I'm Julia, and I'm one half of the Canny Couple. We're a small homestead family in rural Virginia that work every single day to merge homesteading and frugality. And one of the things that we do in our house is we have what is called a heat pump, and it's really common in our area. Everybody has a heat pump. It does warm or cold depending on how you use it, but they are so expensive. The few hours that we have ran it since we've actually made the conscious effort not to turn them on, the few hours that we've actually ran these things, it doubled our electricity usage. Doubled it for like 3 to 4 hours of just using it, and that is keeping the house to like 79, 78, not even doing it at like 72. So we really made a conscious effort not to use our heat pump, but it also means I have to be very strategic in how I cook. Right now I'm not really able to cook a lot at night because we have so many projects going on outside. I need to be able to work outside during the day, and I need us to have food. So what we are doing is we lean really heavy on the Instapot, and that's going to be one part of this meal prep. But I also like to use our thermal cookers. So I had my first thermal cooker. I got it about 2 years ago. I loved it so much I bought another one. They're about 80 bucks on Amazon. And how this works is you have a pot, and it's got a lid. It's also got a little pot you could put in the top of it. I'll show you what that looks like. This little thing here. So say you were making like a soup or some sort of like bean dish, you wanted to do rice or a side dish, you put it here. You heat both of these up on your stove, get them to a boil, put them in here, and it continues to cook it because this is insulated. It doesn't feel no heat on the outside of it. Now, I like to use this to make breakfast and lunch. This is where I feel like you can really get a lot of use out of these. So let's get started with the meal plan. Show you what we're doing. I'm gonna set this one in the floor. Out of my way for a minute. So I have 6 cups of water. It's a little hot. In a bowl in this one, just the water, nothing else. That's for our oatmeal. I'm going to make oatmeal for breakfast because right now we have all of these beautiful berries that we have. These are pink lemonades. Aaron really likes these, and what we're going to do is Aaron will have pink lemonade and oatmeal. I'm just having oatmeal and butter, but we're also going to make soup here. So let's get the soup started. So I have a clean pot, and we're going to start with some home canned potatoes. This was three pints, and we're going to do 2 cans of carrots, here we go. Do 1 can of corn, just regular whole corn, whatever you like. Do 1 can of beans, black beans. If you have kidney beans, that'd probably be better. I've used all of mine. I need to make some more home canned beans in smaller jars. I don't have any in the smaller jars right now. They're all in the big jars. So I do need to go ahead and get those switched out. We are going to come over here and pour in 3 quarts of tomatoes as I make a mess. On the shirt, Aaron just got me for our anniversary. Lordy sakes. Okay, give it a stir. My water's actually a boiling now. Just make sure it's okay. Turn it down a bit. I'm going to add a little bit of lentils here. And I'm not going to make this super thin. I'm going to leave this kind of thick. I can always add broth or water to it later. And that's probably 2 tablespoons, maybe a tablespoon. Everything? Okay, good. Now we're going to season. So we're going to take some Italian seasoning. Dump that right in there. We are going to take some garlic. Again, we're going to dump a good amount in there. Salt. Basil. And as you can tell, I'm not giving you an amount, so I'm making this up as I go. I've got the inspiration kind of like a minestrone, minus like the pasta that you would sometimes get minestrone, because that's just what flavor we like. And this is a rosemary sun-dried tomato seasoning. It's very nice. It's a very nice seasoning. I love to use it in tomato soup, so I think in here it's going to be really good. And if I had some squash and zucchini right now, I would totally add that in. I don't. So I'm going to grab a spoon here. We're going to give it just a really quick stir. As you can see, coming together really nicely. And I'm actually going to switch my eye, so I only have to use one stove eye. That stove eye is already really hot. And this is smelling nice. And everything in here is already cooked. Everything in here is cooked. So all I need this to do is just kind of meld those flavors together, which is what you would do by simmering on a pot. I'm just going to do that in the thermal cooker. So the thermal cooker is going to do all the hard work here. But here's the thing: we use thermal cooker, which put the lid on it, and it's to boil. You really don't want to take it off unless you're like adding something. Like I'm going to add the oatmeal here, but that water is screaming hot, so that is okay. So here's what it looks like. We're going to pop the lid on it, and I'm going to switch my stove eye. Get this on there. And now these are stainless steel, so you do have to be careful. You have to think about this, because stainless steel, you know, if you're anything like me, you can burn it. You can burn, I will burn stainless steel quicker than anything else. It's just one of those things I can't seem to help. Just try not to spill my coffee. Okay, oatmeal and a little sugar. We're actually going to go ahead. We're going to move as fast as we can, so we need to be ready to go, because we want to keep this as warm as we can. Now, a lot of people might feel like this is a waste to cook oatmeal this way. I find the oatmeal tastes really, really good when you cook it this way. And I don't have to sit here and babysit it, because of the type of oatmeal we use. We don't use quick cook. We use a kind that kind of takes a little while to cook on the stove. I don't have to babysit it, and I don't burn it. I really like to do this at night. I love to do this before bed. Put it in, I'm done, and when we wake up, we have warm oatmeal, and it's ready to go. I don't have to do anything. That's my preference, and I will get there, just not this week. Okay, so we're going to do 1/2 cup sugar, 3 cups of oats. This was 6 cups of water. So, and this water is still going. You can give it a stir. You don't have to give it a stir. As long as everything is under the water, it will do its thing, and it will cook. I've cooked oatmeal in the crock pot before. I've done it all. You do overnight oats too. Again, don't think they're as good with this particular type of oatmeal. They're good. They're just not like as good as quick oats. Okay. Screw it, get the lid on it. Take my thermal cooker. Now here's where I do things a little bit different. So I have my thermal cooker here. We're gonna get this in. Now we're done. I always put it up. It does have a safety feature here. It won't pop up. But for me, this is purely just a precaution. If it were to come up, this is going to give me a little bit of a stop if something were to accidentally happen. I just prefer to do it that way personally, but I don't think you have to. So I'm just going to set this to the side. All I have to do, it's done. We are done with breakfast, and Aaron will have his blueberries. I will have mine with am I having mine with? Butter. But Mommy's having hers with. I'll probably have to add a little bit more sugar to Aaron's. But the pink lemonades, according to my father-in-law, this year have been a little bit sweeter, so that is nice. Now, let's do dinner. Dinner is all about my Instant Pot. All about the Instant Pot. So, for dinner, we are having chicken over rice. Now, I am a home cook. I like to cook from scratch a lot, but listen, there is nothing wrong with having something to help make your life just a little bit easier, especially if it's something you don't feel comfortable making, or you don't know how to make, or you want to try, you don't want to buy all the ingredients. So I like to keep sauces like that I feel okay about the ingredients. I like to keep them on hand at all times, period. Because what this does is it gives me some leverage. It gives me a little breathing room. I don't have to make a butter chicken curry sauce because I can just take this and pour it on my cooked chicken, on my rice, and I'm done. Done. That's what I like. So we're having butter chicken curry over rice with a side of sweet potatoes and a salad. I'll have to go out and cut the lettuce. I don't know if I'll cut it today. It'll probably be a tomorrow chore. So today we'll have this, and well, I'm trying to give my lettuce a couple of days to rest. We've been eating a lot of salad. So I have 4 really big chicken breasts in here, and I also have 2 cups of water. Now, what I will do is once this chicken's done, I will take it out of the pot, shred it up, and then I will cook the rice directly in here from all of the broth and liquid, and add just what I need for the, I might just add another can of chicken broth to this to make sure there's enough liquid. And I'm just going to salt it. That's all I'm going to do. I don't want to do anything else. I'll refill my salt back up here in just a few minutes. And then I'm going to get this in the Instant Pot. Now the Instant Pot doesn't get enough credit in the kitchen. Really doesn't. The Instant Pot could be queen in the kitchen. She can. Because she could cook a whole meal and not heat up your kitchen if you do it the right way. What you have to do with the Instant Pot is you have to plan to cook with her early. She needs time. She needs time to cook. And then the most important thing, the thing that's going to keep you from having a hot chicken, she needs time to come down naturally. As long as you don't move the stand. If you leave it in the ceiling position, she will not heat up your kitchen. You won't feel any heat at all. None. She will just naturally come off of pressure, and yes, you'll have a little bit of steam, but it won't be that mountain of steam that you have whenever you hit that and it heats up your kitchen. What I do is when this is done, I literally unplug it, set a timer on my clock for, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes, and whenever I can open it, I pop it open and get it out. That's all I do. All I do. And it works really well. So I'm going to get her plugged up here. You might not be able to see it because I wish the cords were just a smidget longer. And I'm going to do it on manual. And I'm going to do manual 40 minutes. And you're like, Julia, the chicken breasts aren't frozen, are they? No. I like my chicken cooked. I like it done. I like it tender. And where I put enough liquid in there, it will be good. So that's good. That is going. Now we will go to our next thing, which is sweet potatoes. So these were 2 pints of sweet potatoes. I'm keeping this super simple, people. I have to add a little sugar for Aaron. He doesn't like it without just a little bit of sweetness added to it. They don't taste as good to him as they would be fresh. So I'm just going to add an eighth of a cup. That's all I added. If he needs a little bit more, I can add it. But I really try to keep it down. And what I will do is I'll just stick this in the refrigerator when the chicken and the rice are ready and I'm ready to put my meals together. I'll put it all together that way. But this is it. This is all I do to mash sweet potatoes. I don't do anything else. Now you can add brown sugar, you can add some cinnamon, some nutmeg, anything like that. We like it plain. I'm a plain sweet potato girl. I've literally went to restaurants when I've ordered a sweet potato when I was growing up. And I said, I want a sweet potato with nothing on it. Leave the cinnamon butter in the kitchen. I don't really care for the cinnamon on my sweet potato. And Aaron didn't like sweet potatoes before because they put all the stuff on it. And once I started making a plain, he really started to enjoy them. So it's worked out well for us. And guess what? We are already boiling. Oh, so I've got dinner going. I've got lunch going. Let's pull lunch over here and see what it looks like carefully. We'll pop it on here just one more second. And then we'll get it in here just to make sure it is fully boiling, and this has got seconds to go. And so let me know in the comments below, do you just do cold meals? What kind of meals do you fix? Because for us, I have a hard time just doing cold meals all the time. I could do like 1 a day, maybe 2 a day, but I usually always fix something that's hot, unless it's sandwiches. And I don't want my family to get tired of sandwiches, because we could get tired of eating the same thing over and over again. But I also want to keep the house comfortable. I don't want the house to get super hot, and I try not to run the oven as much as possible. If I've got the oven on right now, it is going into to be in the middle of the night, like for real. Like whenever we have the next 60-degree kind of cool night, I'm going to be making a whole bunch of bread to put in the freezer, because right now it's just really warm outside. We're equal in the 90s, and then the humidity adds to that as well. And we are ready for me to get that into thing. And I can't show you what it looks like because it would escape the heat. We don't want the heat to escape. We want it to cook. We want it to cook. I love these things. You can't feel heat at all. The way these are made, I can hug it. As hot as this got on the stove, boiling and everything, as hot as it was on the stove, it's just so easy to touch. This is great for soups and things like that. Anything where you just need to pop it in. Also, if you're going to take it like to a barbecue or something, that these work really well, because it's going to keep your food hot. You're going to get it warm, pop it in, and be done with it. So let me know what you all are doing to keep your kitchen cool. I love to hear y'all leaning on that Instant Pot. I find it to be like the best tool ever, personally. It's one of my favorite things. Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what y'all are doing, and we're going to let everything kind of do its thing. When we come back, it'll all be done, and I'll show you our meal. It's been 2 hours. Oops, the little one brought me her dish. Didn't realize that it's been 2 hours. Everything is cooked and ready to go. So let me put this together and show you how we're going to take this really easy meal and turn it into something really, really good to eat. Let's start with dinner. As you can see, I pulled out the chicken, shredded that, and I also cooked up the rice. So we're just going to put some rice here into our dish. Now this is just jasmine rice, and I cooked it in all of that yummy chicken broth that was made whenever I cooked the chicken. And I'm making this for Aaron because he will eat more sauce than Isabel and I will. We will go much lighter on the sauce. We're just gonna put him a good amount of chicken on top of that. And then I'll add the sweet potatoes later whenever I make all of these in bulk. Smells nice. It's kind of warm. It smells like it's going to have some heat to it, but it does smell very, very good. And we're going to put a few really good dollops on here. I think I am going to have to run this through the blender for myself. I would have a hard time eating this. It's got onions in it, so I could see them. I would have a hard time eating this like it is. But Aaron will not. He will enjoy this quite a bit. So that is dinner with some sweet potatoes and a salad. Now, what you all have been waiting for. Let's look at breakfast first. Breakfast. Oatmeal cooked in the pot. You can see the steam just waft out of that. Like I said, 2 hours. You can do this all night. It will do just fine. And I've got to be careful pulling this out because it's still screaming hot. If I can find the lid or the handle. Set that to the side. And I will show you all. It looks like oatmeal. Looks like oatmeal. That's what it is. Pure and simple oatmeal. And look at how creamy. We're just going to give it a stir. That sugar was at the bottom. I'm just going to do a really quick stir on this. And now I'm going to get this ready for Aaron to heat up for himself in the morning. And what makes oatmeal, the reason we like oatmeal so much is because it's filling. For us it is. It's very filling. And with the berries, it's a great way for me to use those berries. And it seems to not mess with Aaron's belly so bad. He's been having some heartburn issues, so this is just a good way for me to use berries. Good way to see if oatmeal will kind of help his stomach. And just put a good amount. He's got, oops, I threw one in there. I'll get that out because I do not want the blueberry in my oatmeal. I'm not a huge, okay, so we have Ann's, which I adore. I love them. We have black raspberries again, love them as well, but I just would rather eat them as they are. I don't want them in my food. Oh, let me show you what that looks like. Perfection, beautiful. He'll love it. He's been eating this for a while. He's said he's really enjoyed it with fresh berries. So I'm gonna set this to the side. So that's breakfast. I'll go ahead and dish all that out here in a few minutes. And now we're going to lunch, which is what we're getting ready to eat right now. I told Isabel what we're having. She's like, we're having soup. Can I have some? I'm like, well, yeah, you're having some too. We're all having soup. Everybody's having soup. So this, I'm a little hesitant to tip over for you all, but you can see, again, we've got that nice steamy, it smells wonderful. I wish you all could smell how good this smells. See if you look at that, beautiful, just beautiful. Nicely done, nicely cooked. That's gonna be so good. Now we'll do a little tip here so you all can see, but I have to be very, very careful. I don't want to miss. I do not want to miss. So let's make Aaron a bowl here. I'm going to feed him and get everybody taken care of in my house, and everybody will be happy and fed, and Mama is done. Now she just has to do the dishes later today. I don't know what time that's going to be today, but I will get the dishes done. It's been busy. Getting this new coop ready has been a chore with everything else, but we're finally getting to where we have a little bit more time to get things done. My acupuncture sessions have stopped, so that kind of helped ease up our time. And this is the soup. Simple, easy, filling. My family is happy. That's all I care about. And this did not heat my kitchen up. The house was already a little warm. My house actually got cooler while this was cooking in their pots. So this was the goal today, and I will do more cooking like this for you all so you all can see just how versatile and easy it is to do these kinds of things to where you don't have to heat up your house, because this is really important to us to really keep our house cool and comfortable, and you can make a really good meal without having to do that. Like this meal here, I will heat up in my little Ninja, and I will use the battery to do that. 20 to 30 minutes on 250 degrees. It heats up and it's beautiful. Heats up wonderfully. It does such a great job, and that's kind of how we tend to utilize that to our best ability. So I'm going to eat lunch, make all this food into containers so I don't have to deal with it later. And yeah, that's all we have today. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. That would really help us out. We would really appreciate it. And again, let us know what you're fixing in the kitchen. I would love to hear that. And as always, thank you for joining us on the Canny Couple, where we work hard, live simple, and enjoy life. Have a wonderful day.